The question of how some fall sports can be conducted come September is on the minds of parents and athletic directors across the state.
Fans in the stands, right? What does that look like? Do we have fans in the stands? I don't know.
Janelle Batten, the athletic director at Pulaski High School, admittedly doesn't have all the answers, but she knows that high-risk sports like soccer, football, and volleyball will likely be different for athletes in the fall.
We're encouraging them, not to come together in a huddle, not to give high fives, etc. But if you've been to a varsity volleyball match in the FVA or in the FRCC or any of these schools, you know that after every point that's scored, they come together in a quick huddle.
Sports where close encounters are nearly impossible to avoid will likely look different in the fall, but not just for the athletes on the field. It will also change who some school districts face off with.
We are limiting our competition to conference only. We have eliminated our non-conference games, which are basically in the front end of most of the schedules.
Gary Seaver, commissioner of the Fox River Classic Conference, which represents 10 schools, 7 of which are in Brown County, says limiting travel for school competitions is one way they plan on helping to slow the spread of COVID-19 when sports resume.
The other area conferences are kind of doing the same thing. We're all doing the same thing. Let's eliminate the non-conference sports. Let's reduce our multi-school events. We're all trying to do the same thing. We're all working together on the same page.
Right now, schools across the state are waiting for guidance from the WIAA to find out if testing athletes before competitions makes sense.
Maybe we need to screen our athletes before they get on the bus. That's another big question. How many athletes can we safely put on a bus for social distancing?
But they are also struggling with busing concerns.
The thought is, in our district anyway, kids will be masked up on the buses and we will be every other seat. So we'll have to take more buses, definitely.
But optimistically, coaches, commissioners, and athletic directors are collectively hoping they can get the guidance needed to come up with a uniform game plan.
We're just kind of taking it almost day by day as far as what can we do to get kids back into sports.
We are hoping that the WA will give us some guidelines coming out next week, is what we're told, that there will be more specific guidelines for those sports. And then, of course, athletic directors will all quickly scramble to, get the equipment we need, etc.
With NBC 26, I'm Eric Crest.